Ethiopia's Tigist Assefa smashed the women-only world record by 26 seconds at the TCS London Marathon, running 2:15:50 to win the World Athletics Platinum Label Road Race. On a warm and sunny day, the Olympic silver medalist kicked away from Kenya's Joyciline Jepkosgei to clinch her first London Marathon win after finishing second to Perez Jepkosgei last year. Jepkosgei's winning a year ago had also been a women-only world record, and that is the mark Assefa improved, finishing strongly to win by almost 3 minutes ahead of Jepkosgei. Olympic champion Sifan Hassan of the Netherlands was third. Given the strength of the field, the women-only world record was always the target. With that in mind, the lead group of Jepkosgei, Assefa, Hassan, and Yalemzerf followed the pacemakers through 5 km. A significant gap opened up after 15 kilometers, and while Hassan rallied, she was 5 seconds back at 20 kilometers, a deficit that would only increase. Assefa and Jepkosgei broke away by the halfway point, which they passed in 1 hour 6 minutes and 40 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of Hassan. Yalemzerf was running in 4th place, 2.5 minutes behind the leaders, but she dropped out before reaching 25 kilometers. The final remaining pacemaker left the race at 25 kilometers, and it was down to Assefa and Jepkosgei. Hassan was 26 seconds back, with Haven Hailudes, Stella Chesang, and Vivian Cheruiyot following a further 3 minutes behind. The leading pair continued to move away from the rest of the field, and after 35 kilometers was reached in 1 hour 52 minutes and 12 seconds, Assefa made a break. After miles of 5:26, 5:26, and 5:28, a 5:03:24 mile made the difference, and by 40 kilometers Assefa was 56 seconds ahead. She finished hard to stride over the finish line in 2 hours 15 minutes and 50 seconds, the third fastest marathon of her career behind the 2 hours 11 minutes and 53 seconds she ran to win in Berlin in 2023, a mark that at the time was a world record for a women's marathon in a mixed race, and her 2 hours 15 minutes and 37 seconds also from Berlin in 2022. Assefa's 2 hours 11 minutes and 53 seconds remains the second fastest women's marathon of all time behind the 2 hours 9 minutes and 56 seconds achieved by Ruth Chepngetich to break Assefa's world record in Chicago in October. Having won today, what I am really thinking about going forward is to try and get my world record back for the marathon, explained Assefa, speaking through an interpreter. When I crossed the line, I felt extreme happiness. Asked about her race strategy, she added, I was training for all outcomes. I felt I could win with a sprint, I could also win with a long run from home. The main thing was to prepare well, and that's what I did. Jepkosgei, the 2021 London Marathon champion, worked hard to hold on to the runner-up spot and finished 2:54 behind Assefa. Hassan, who claimed a dramatic London Marathon victory on her debut at the distance in 2023 and who pipped Assefa to the Olympic title in Paris last year, was a further 16 seconds behind them. The 2023 Osaka Women's Marathon champion, finished 4th in a PB of 2 hours 19 minutes and 17 seconds, and 2018 London Marathon champion Cheruiyot was 5th in 2 hours 22 minutes and 32 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of Chesang. Italy's Sofia Yaremchuk was 7th in a national record of 2 hours 23 minutes and 14 seconds, while Great Britain's Commonwealth 10.000 champion Eilish McColgan, whose mother Liz McColgan won the London Marathon in 1996, ran 2 hours 24 minutes and 25 seconds on her marathon debut for 8th place. World Half Marathon champion Sawe secured a second marathon victory in 5 months, following his 2 hours 2 minutes and 5 seconds debut win in Valencia in December with triumph in London in 2 hours 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Only one other athlete, the late world record holder Kelvin Kiptum, who ran 2 hours 1 minute and 25 seconds in 2023, has ever gone quicker in the London Marathon. A group of 12 featuring all the leading contenders in a high-quality field started at the targeted 2:01 to 2:02 pace, reaching the 5 km mark in 14:25, led by Ethiopia's Berlin Marathon champion Mukisa Mengesha and Kenya's marathon great Eliud Kipchoge. 10 athletes were together in that lead group through 10 km in 28:57. Only one of the 3 pacemakers remained at 15 km, reached in 43:36, with Mengesha following the pacemaker and Kiplimo running at the back of the pack, looking comfortable. By 20 km it seemed that a tactical race was on the cards. Germany's Emmanuel Petros, who had been due to run with the chase group, pushed the pace and led the pack through halfway in 1 hour 1 minute and 30 seconds. Sawe soon took control and the group was down to 9 by 25 km, Kenya's Tokyo Marathon runner-up Timothy Kiplagat dropping from the pack. Sawe and his compatriot Hilary Kipkoech, who had been 26 seconds behind the leaders at 25 km, led the field at 30 km, a point they passed in 1 hour 27 minutes and 47 seconds. 4-time London Marathon champion Kipchoge was unable to stay with the leaders and a group of 8 began to move away. Feeling good, Sawe made a decisive break. Choosing not to take his drink at 30 km, he kicked away and it was a move that none of his rivals could cover. His surge included a 4:18 mile and after a 5 km split of 13:56 he reached 35 km in 1 hour 41 minutes and 43 seconds, 22 seconds ahead of Kiplimo and 37 seconds ahead of Mengesha and Kipkoech. Untroubled, Sawe completed his solo run to the finish line, passing 40 km in 1 hour 56 minutes and 3 seconds with a 46-second advantage before breaking the tape in 2 hours 2 minutes and 27 seconds to win by 70 seconds. He ran an impressive negative split of 60:57 after passing the half-marathon mark in 61:30. Kiplimo was also safe in second place and he completed a successful debut in 2 hours 3 minutes and 37 seconds, while Munyao clinched third place, finishing in 2 hours 4 minutes and 20 seconds and pipping Tokyo Olympic silver medalist and New York City Marathon champion Abdi Najai in a sprint finish, Najai improving his Dutch marathon record. Olympic champion Tamirat Tola was 5th in 2 hours 4 minutes and 42 seconds, while Kipchoge, 2 hours 5 minutes and 25 seconds, Kipkoech, 2 hours 6 minutes and 5 seconds, and Petros, 2 hours 6 minutes and 30 seconds, all also broke 2:07. Mohamed was the top British finisher, running 2 hours 8 minutes and 52 seconds for 8th place, while Olympic triathlon champion Alex Yee clocked 2 hours 11 minutes and 8 seconds on his marathon debut. "I was very confident because I came in well prepared," said Sawe. "That got me through today.